I am sitting here in front of the Urakami bell tower that was knocked down by the second atomic bomb that the United States dropped on Japan here in Nagasaki. And the atomic bombs dropped on Japan were devastating for Hiroshima and for Nagasaki. First one being dropped on August 6, 1945 on Hiroshima, and the second one August 9th, 1945 here about 500 meters from where I am sitting right now. And I am sitting just next to the Urakami Cathedral that was finally finished being built in 1925. In the end of the 1800s, the last Urakami Christians were sent into exile again after many hundreds of years of being persecuted by for their Christian faith. They were sent into exile, and then they were freed and were able to return to practicing their faith. In like 1873, they were able to practice their faith, and with that, they had decided to build a cathedral here in Nagasaki, a proper cathedral that was long overdue for um, the Christians in this area. And that cathedral was finally completed in 1914, but it was completed without the bell towers on top. And then in 1925, the bell towers. This bell tower was finally added to the cathedral, completing it on on August 9th, 1945, when the bomb was dropped.
2 priests and upwards of dozens of Christians were in the cathedral. They all died soon after the initial blast,
along with like 75,000 Japanese people in Nagasaki and 150,000 injured or died. And so just terrible, terrible history that we face as a human race. This bell tower had fallen during the bombing, and that is actually the spot where it fell. They didn't move it at all. There's a lot on my mind about kind of the history of Christianity. I went to the martyrs of the 26 Christians here in Nagasaki for this, and it's great that all of the efforts of the missionaries and the Christians that were very devoted to the faith, and certainly I think martyrdom is the greatest badge of honor a person could have in this lifetime. But with I just don't have words, right? I don't have words to talk about bomb or the history of the martyrs. Who am I, right? And so this is really all of my video for today. I'm not going to dive deeper into the history of the martyrs in Japan or the persecution that the Christians faced or why they faced that, or the history of some confusion around Christianity, and also the tolerance, but then the persecution, and how that all came to be. I think it's all really interesting, and I think it's interesting history that more people should be more aware of.